guests are kicking off a new series of whodunit movies on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, from Ruby Herring Mysteries' Silent Witness, premiering this Sunday night at 9/8 Central. Welcome Taylor Cole and Shawn Christian to our home. Welcome. So good to see you, Taylor. And welcome for the first time.
I know. Thank you. I'm like, oh, this is literally a home.
This is a home.
Yeah.
Like, everything's functioning.
Yeah.
I've asked
So
him
I
to
wanna
plan
know
a few times, but
We have plenty of bedrooms. We're thinking about expanding.
Cool. What's for lunch, breakfast? What are we doing?
A lot, actually. We eat a lot on this show, just so you know, Shawn. All right, so tell us about this new mystery series and your characters.
well, first of all, it's called Ruby Herring, so she of course has red hair,
Love it.
and that makes it really really cute. Plays my father, and he named me that because he was an investigative reporter. So it's in his sort of
DNA.
Yeah.
If you'd say, yeah,
Nice.
that's
exactly.
my DNA.
And her last name is Herring, so red herring, playing
Love
on
it.
the Ruby Herring when she
Dad
came
has
out
a
with
sense of
red.
humor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when she came out with red hair, she obviously had to be Ruby Herring. But the series is basically, I'm a consumer reporter because I don't want to follow in my dad's footsteps because I'm too nervous about his grand reputation that he's made for himself. And I make my way into that and fall into basically a crime that fell at our feet, who's, my mom's friend.
Yeah, dear friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Dear friend. And he gives me the go-ahead to sort of bug the detective and
Solve the crime.
But go ahead. I'm like, you need to do this.
Yes.
Yes, you need to do that. He's all excited.
out.
She gets involved in it again, of course. He teaches journalism now, but that's his passion, and so she sort of weaves him back in.
Yeah.
This sounds like a great series. I'm very
really
excited
good.
about this. We have a clip of the series where Ruby is asking for her dad's advice
Yeah,
on what's
little-
going on.
Yeah.
Take a look.
Look at these photos I took of the scene. If she fell down that cliff, she would have hit the rocky slope on the way down.
And she would have had visible injuries.
I don't think she fell.
All right, can you prove it?
Well, look. See that? Looks like there could have been a fight. I mean, maybe someone tried to push Sugar, and she got away.
And they chased her down to the creek and drowned her.
Right. And there's more.
And more?
Sugar's husband, Sam, showed up at the creek, and he seemed completely detached. Unemotional for someone whose wife just died.
That's strange.
Dad, what should I do?
You need to follow that herring hunch. You have always had a knack for digging deeper on your consumer investigations, right? So you just dig deeper on this.
You're such a great dad.
Well, thank you. It's easy when you look at her, you're like, oh my God, I'm here for you. And that sort of just comes through. It's been since she was a little child.
He's
I
been
was
worried
gonna
about me for a long time.
A long time looking at her like,
Right.
do you need to do this? Do you need to be an actress?
But seriously, for real, this has gone on for a long time because
Yeah.
not only do you play her father in this series, but in real life, you have a very special connection where you were actually Taylor's stepfather.
Yeah, that's where all the gray hair comes in. I mean, come on, can you imagine? Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
huge blessing to work with her and
Yeah.
to play that kind of role in some of these things that come out innately when I work with her. I'm like, this is like my baby girl.
And
I'm
also
so
the way
proud
that
of
we
her.
got started with this whole journey of me being an actor was
my
him following in his footsteps. And I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't necessarily know if I wanted to be an actor. And he really
Yeah.
encouraged me and stayed up with me. And
So 4 in the morning working on scenes.
Really?
working on
She,
scenes.
well, she was traveling the world as a model, doing all these things, and she was in LA at the time. And I was on the show called Summerland with
I love Summerland, by
with
the
Lori
way.
Loughlin. I don't know, a few
So
people might know her.
good. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, there's this cute little surfer girl. You should read for it. She's like, I've never acted in my life. I can't do this. I'm like, you can do this. Let's just work on it. We worked
And it
till
was a guest
4 in the
star
morning.
role, so it was one little day player
Yeah, it
come
was just a
in
guest
and
star
just
role.
on the pilot, and then it ended up.
Show got picked up. Then you got recurring status, and
Yeah.
then got series regular. And now she's working, and I'm
All thanks to you.
watching her. I know. And look at now. It's come full circle.
So you were really responsible for her first role. That's
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
for
worked
sure.
really hard. She earned it, but she worked so hard, and that's just her nature. I mean, this role is perfect for her because she's very curious. She always asks a lot of questions.
And it was great. I could ask him all the sort of questions that you wouldn't want to ask somebody. What's a mark? How do you hit it? And,
And say-
what does that mean?
I gotta say that at the same time?
What's a table read? All of the questions that you should probably know as an actor.
Well, I mean, you were new.
I was
Could
new,
I'm gonna
brand
throw her under
new.
the bus for a little bit. She goes, wait, we're sitting with her. We had our first table read, and she goes, now, I'm looking at the list. She's very well studied. She's like, who's Aaron Spelling?
Oh my God!
That's not exactly how it went, but
Kind of how it went. I love
How old were you,
no.
though?
Aaron Spelling was sitting next to me, and he said I did a good job. And I said, why does he get to talk during the table read? And Shawn said, that's Aaron Spelling. And I said, oh. So
Yeah.
I knew who Aaron Spelling was.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what he looked
And
like.
how old were you
Okay,
then?
to be clear.
I was 17, 18.
Well, you know
18.
what?
18
That's
cent-
totally
look.
fair.
Bygones. But you're right.
So-
Clear the story up.
So, you know, Ruby Herring is a Snoop
Yes.
in the series.
Yes.
Does she have any experience with that? You grew up in the same.
You
she grew
know,
up
I
in
have
the
to
same house
say,
with
yeah,
you?
little Snooperson
Was she a
right
Snoop
here.
in real life?
Yeah, she's just curious about things and the how and the why and you know, and she'll look and she'll get into things and then she'll ask a million questions afterward and you're like caught off guard 90% of the time, like, wait, what? And she's very adamant about the things she sees and the way she sees.
Which-
Adamant? Is that fair to
Yeah.
say?
Growing up, my dad said no why questions, and I would follow up with how come.
Let me tell you something. You were born to be a journalist then. If
That's
you weren't an
right.
actress, you would be a
Oh,
journalist.
this is a perfect
Exactly.
role for her.
So you two started together in Summerland.
Yep.
Yep.
Although it is Summerland, we're celebrating Winterfest.
We are.
So I would like to know if you have any fond winter memories of growing up.
Snowman.
Yeah, for sure.
She's a Texas girl, so she hasn't really experienced a lot of snow. We made her first couple snowmen together.
I had no idea that the technique was just building momentum with the rest of the snow around the area,
Yes.
which makes so much more
Right.
sense than just packing a big
Yeah.
ball.
It was
And he.
so much, no.
Oh, yeah.
Fun.
Snowball fight.
Where was that? It wasn't in California.
That's Michigan.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
that's where
lots,
I'm from.
tons of snow.
Yeah.
Tons of snow.
So he was a pro and really
Yeah.
taught me the ropes of
Taught her
anything.
how to make snow angels, snowmen.
Well, I will tell you something. The key to the snowman, or the difficult part of the snowman, is the second ball.
Yes,
because
getting
you
it
don't
up.
realize. Oh, wait a minute.
Mr. Muscle Mania is, yeah. He
We
had-
did. If you, the picture is, it's like probably an 8-foot snowman.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Like I got to teach her how to do it. You go big or go home, right?
Yeah.
And that's
That-
what makes,
wow, you're not
right?
kidding.
It's probably an 8-foot snowman.
Yeah.
That's
and,
incredible.
And that, I mean, you're right. The second part,
Is
'cause you get
impossible.
ambitious, and she's like, I'm like, you got to come back now. You have to roll that thing
Hey, we
back.
have to lift it.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is impossible. Listen, all these years later, you're solving mysteries together, which is
Yeah.
absolutely
Awesome.
wonderful. Thank you for being here, you guys. You're great. And like I said, we have an addition in the back. Feel free to move in whenever you
I'm
want.
in. I'm in. Is that cool?